Hello everyone, welcome to Week's Tarot Guidance. Welcome all of you that are new and all of you returning today to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. And if you're interested in booking a reading, you can book a reading through my Etsy shop or the coffee shop. Both are linked below. For those of you who may be interested in more 18 plus spicy and uncensored themes, you can check out those types of readings and themes on my Patreon. The link is also below. So in today's video here on YouTube, we are going to tune into how do you make the person on your mind feel? So how do you make them feel is the topic of today's reading. We have 3 different groups to pick from for today's reading. We have group number 1 here with the card Mountains, Stand Your Ground. We have group number 2 with the Shapeshifter, Transform and Unveil Your Gifts. And group number 3 with the Wise One, Grow Within Your Current Situation. So these are 3 groups / the 3 cards you can pick from. The timestamps are linked in the description box below this reading and in the pinned comment, so hop into your reading whenever you are ready. You can pause the video right now if you want to take a little bit more time in tuning into which group is the one for you. Feel free to pick for more than one person as well if you feel drawn to that. This can be a reading for any relationship. Just like choose the messages that are meant for you. Be discerning with the information as we are reading for many different people and many different situations. So pause the video if you want to take some more time right now, and I'll see all of you in your chosen groups. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. So you guys have picked the Mountains, Stand Your Ground card here for this reading on how do you make them feel. So the reading is about how does your person, the person on your mind, feel in your presence? How do you make them feel overall when they're around you? So with the Mountain energy here, we have this energy of strength, of stability. So I feel like you make this person feel strong, or you help them feel strong, either about their own difficulties or the difficulties that they are encountering in their everyday life, in their personal life. They could just feel strong in general. You could make them feel stronger physically, or just give them that actual boost of boldness, confidence, a feeling of I got this, I can overcome this, whatever this may be, whatever the difficulty or straining situation in their life may be. So you make this person feel strong, stable, grounded in your presence. You help them feel more like present in regards to what's going on in their life, more focused on the reality and not so much on fantasy as well. And also I'm hearing you help them gain a higher perspective. You help them see a higher perspective of the things going on in their everyday life. So being around you is one, both grounding, a bit of a reality check, and also gives them a higher perspective of the situation they're dealing with. I'm gonna get 2 more cards from this deck. Let's see. You make them feel stable as well, not just like physically necessarily, but also emotionally. You help this person feel stable. Like emotionally more grounded, more stable, more focused on the physical world, not so much focused on the mind and overthinking. Let's see. So I'm hearing from Spirit, your presence literally grounds them. And it's very peaceful with the geometries here. because you ground them, you help them feel more at peace. Okay, we got the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. So with the arrow here, I'm getting this person feels like very masculine in your presence, or you help them feel a masculine energy, especially like with the mountains, with the arrow here, there's a certain masculinity here. Like you help them see which direction they need to take in life, and what direction is the best direction to take in life. You make them also feel like they have the power to protect themselves or the people that they care about. So I feel like you, group number one, have like this ability to evoke or help this person like come into contact with certain aspects of themselves that are always there but are kind of hidden or not as prominently in focus for them, such as strength, focused energy, and the ability to intentionally guide their energy in a direct and focused way with the arrow here. But both of these like very masculine energies as well. So you help this person feel more masculine, feel more in their masculine energy. Like regardless of gender or sex, it's just about the masculine energy in general. So let's see what else. Let's get one more card here. How do you make them feel? I'm again hearing strong. We have lady. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. So you make them see growth in areas that they didn't see growth before or didn't take the time to recognize growth. You also make them feel like they're getting rewarded for something. So in your presence, this person could feel like they're getting rewarded for something, for the work that they put in, maybe in the physical world or emotionally. If they have been working on themselves, you know, they are feeling like they are reaping some benefits of that, or of that reward. They're getting some reward of that reward. What they've worked on, they're getting a reward for that. And they feel like they can grow and expand in all areas of their life around you. This person could also feel very abundant near you. They could have a very clear focus, a very clear awareness of where they want to get to in life when they're with you, or when they think about you even. But overall, you make them feel abundant, bountiful, creative, even more closely connected to nature. And you make them feel nurturing, but in like a generous way, you know, like they want to provide, because it's the giving energy here with the lady that I'm picking up. And, you know, it's kind of in alignment with the masculinity here as well, where you make them feel generous and you make them feel this desire to give, to offer something. Let's see what else wants to show up. So we're going to be using the Chibi Tarot deck. So let's see now, how do you make them feel with some tarot? I just heard, I know what I want. So you make them feel like, oops, they know what they want. Like when they're in your presence, when they think about you, they're like, I'm clear on what I want. I'm not confused anymore. Have stability. I know where I stand. So it's very interesting here. Kind of like interested in your relationship with this person as well. This what brings up this kind of like focused presence. Okay, so let's see. How do you make them feel? How do you make them feel? The Two of Swords. Okay, interesting. So there's some indecision here, but there's the arrow. Interesting. Right, we're going to see what shows up here. We have the Four of Cups. What else? Whoopsies. Okay, so many. Right, we got the Four of Swords here. Let's take these. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. And then we also got Temperance. Let's get one more. Okay, we have the Empress here. Okay, I'm hearing get one more card. So I'm just going to get that. Get that. I'm going to zoom you guys out. One more card, please, Spirit. How does group number one make them feel? Okay, I'm hearing take the first one. So I'm just going to take the first one. Okay, whoa, the Ten of Swords. Okay, I want to clarify that. We're going to clarify. Why do you make them feel the Ten of Swords? Whoops. Okay, let's see. Why do you make them feel the Ten of Swords? Please, Spirit. Group number one, make them feel the Ten of Swords. Okay, the Three of Wands. Okay. They may feel the need to let something go, to start a new beginning, or to get this ball rolling, to get your relationship rolling even. Okay, so with the Two of Swords, what's interesting here is that you make them feel like they are at the choice point, but they know what they want. So that's interesting, because they may feel conflicted or uncertain around you. You make them feel like they're like, this and this is a possibility, but what's best? But they get into this kind of state of what is best, but they already know what they want. You know, even if they're getting in the state of overthinking, they already know what they want. They have stability. They know in that moment. They may even doubt their knowing here, their intuition. Your presence may even activate something inside of this person that they don't yet understand. They don't yet see fully. So you may kind of like burst open this kind of like intuitive knowledge in them, this intuitive knowing of, I know what I want. I know I have clear vision to get what I want. I know what I want here. But they are not like fully mentally grasping it yet. Even if it's like this masculine direction of, I know what I want, it could just pop up for them when they're in interaction with you or thinking about you, and then they don't fully understand it at that moment, but feel like they need to continue thinking about it and ruminating on it later on. So whatever you evoke in this person, or I'm hearing like the way to put it is to make emerge. Whatever you make emerge from them. It's a weird way of saying it, but I'm just feeling like that's the right way to express this energy, because it's not about emergence. It's about what you make emerge from them. That is something that they don't fully understand yet. So they may be feeling a bit guarded on occasion, and you make them feel like they need to weigh their emotions, figure out the balance. They could even feel like they need to keep control of their feelings around you. They may feel like they need to appear strong and focused on a direction when they are around you, or when they, just think about you, when they are present in your energy. So another thing that's interesting is the Four of Cups reversed. And this indicates that you pull them out of emotional stagnation. So you make them feel like a sense of adventure. You make their life more colorful, more joyful, more interesting. You make them even consider things they never considered before. So you just pull them out of stagnation, where they may have been detached or uninterested in certain things before. You help them see like the beauty in life here. You make them feel a sense of joy, playfulness again. So you make them feel like awake again, I guess, like more present at least. Even you make them feel like certain possibilities that they may not have thought were possible are starting to kind of like pop up, or are starting to like resurface in your interactions. So with the Four of Swords, you also help this person feel more calm, like you make them feel calm. Even though you stir feelings, you're also someone who gives their mind stability, right? A groundedness, a place to rest. You feel peaceful, soothing, or even safe to this person. They feel protected, like with the Mountain, with the Four of Swords, they feel protected. I'm hearing cared for. And with the Six of Wands energy, they feel successful in your presence. Like you may admire them, or they may admire you even, but you make them feel seen, validated, successful. You make them feel uplifted as well. Like your attention to them could give them a boost of confidence. They may feel admired or appreciated by you, and it really lights them up. I'm hearing it makes them feel more capable to handle difficulties in their life. So then we have Temperance here. So you bring them into harmony, or you bring a state of balance to this person. You make them feel patient, but in a good way, in a way of ease and relaxation, ability to chill. You make them feel like life can be easy, or can be walked through in an easy way. Like they don't need to go into any extremes. They can just kind of chill out and choose the middle path. That's the vibe I'm getting here, this lack of extremes in feeling. And again, that's just a very grounded energy as well. So yeah, like you help them regulate their emotions here just by being in your energy, or being in the space with you. You may even help them regulate their temper extremes, or just feel more aligned internally with Temperance. With the Empress energy, you make them feel kind of drawn in. So I feel like this person is kind of drawn to you with the Empress. You make them feel abundant, of course, but also like you make them feel like they're drawn in. You make them feel nurtured, cared for, inspired. You do make them feel attracted as well, if that resonates, you know, if you're thinking about a romantic interest. Here, you do make them feel attraction towards you, and like a sense of, I want to walk towards you with the arrow. I want to get towards you. I want to get closer to you. So you make them feel warm, cozy, soft, loved. You make them feel beautiful as well, or just handsome. You make them feel comfort, softness. And you just do feel like someone who holds space naturally. You're able to like hold space for them, for their feelings. And again, like that makes them feel safe. Now, the interesting thing here is the Ten of Swords. Oh, no. Okay. So you reveal their wounds, basically, is what I'm getting here. I just touched the card. It's like, boom, that's the message. So yeah, you reveal their wounds. Or their wound, the main wound, the pain, the suffering, the ruin, the hardship. So in making them feel seen, you also, you know, make them and their pain feel seen. So whatever the pain may be this person is facing, the hardship that they're facing, you see that. It's both beautiful and, you know, difficult because it's so vulnerable. Ten of Swords here suggests a fear of disappointment or loss, even betrayal. You may even make them feel like if they get closer to you, you know, if they allow you to come closer with the Three of Wands, this will hurt like, I'm hearing MF, so, you know, this will hurt like hell. And they're like kind of already expecting pain here. So the Three of, again, like in expecting pain, you reveal the wound, you know, so the expectation of pain is already a revelation of a wound. So the Three of Wands energy here just indicates that they're trying to look ahead. So you make them look ahead. You make this person consider the future, but they think the future is painful. You're trying to look at the potential, though. I'm hearing always look on the bright side of life, like that song just started playing. But yeah, like there's some pain here, there's some difficulty, there's some fear of loss, there's something of, oh, holy crap, what if I lose them? There's just some pain here. Maybe the pain that they're just going through right now, you could illuminate that in being close to them. But like you definitely like touch something very, very vulnerable in this person. And whilst they feel the hope and the joy and a sense of creative tension here in what's to come or what the future may hold, they still fear that there is pain involved or there's a sense of ruin involved. I'm hearing ego death. So for some of you, it could be ego death situations involved in this connection. Leaving the old behind, welcoming in the new, needing to make a decision, you know. You make them imagine a future like likely with you or just like involving you in some way. And that also hurts or triggers the fear of being hurt in this person. So that's all for today. I'm just going to finish it here. I feel like there's no need to dive deeper for now. So overall, just to kind of like sum up the energies, So you make them feel drawn in, yet unsure. You make them feel like they know what they want, but also confused about this new emergent state. You make them feel calm, grounded, present, awakened even. You make them feel good, like successful, calm, reflective as well on their life, but also on what they're feeling. You make them feel attracted and balanced. They could be a bit scared of how they are feeling, like the strength of their feeling, especially like with all this positive, like grounded energy. They could feel a bit scared of how strongly they feel. They could be scared that they're very vulnerable even. But yeah, like in this person's emotional dimension, let's say you show up as someone important. You resonate, let's say, as a person who is important to them emotionally. And they feel like they want to figure it out. So they want to figure out why, or how to navigate that. Yeah, so that's all for today. So we have what we have. We have Sagittarius, Taurus, and Libra energies, if that resonates for you guys. So we do have like strong earth energy here with the mountains, even though mountains are airy energies. I'm getting like earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I also feel like I need to mention air signs now since we're talking about mountains. So Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energies could be a confirmation for some of you. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, sharing your energy. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it gives you clarity, and I'll talk to you in future ones. If you want to book a personal reading, you can book a reading through Etsy or Coffee. It is all linked down below. And if you're interested in 18 plus readings, you can tune into those on my Patreon. Everything is linked below. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, do the other YouTube things if you feel called to. And I'll talk to you in future readings whenever you feel inspired to connect. Again, have a lovely rest of the day. Bye. Namaste. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So you have picked the Shapeshifter, Transform and Unveil Your Gifts. Look how we have sunlight playing here with us. So Shapeshifter, Transform and Unveil Your Gifts, here for your reading on how you make them feel for group number 2. All right. So like immediately I'm getting a sense of camaraderie, a sense of companionship here. I'm hearing a sense of getting along, right? So that's how you make them feel. Sense of getting along, even though there could be some distances between the two, or differences between the two of you that can be quite jarring, or that can appear incompatible on the surface. This person just feels like you kind of complement each other well. They feel a sense of camaraderie, companionship with you. I'm hearing also that you have the ability to see them, to see many aspects of them, or many different layers of them. You have the ability to see different parts of them as well. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm hearing you see me in many different lights, in many different colors. And then I'm just randomly hearing Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind now, just coming through as a song, right? I'm hearing that you see them holistically, right? So you make them feel more whole as a result of that. Your ability to see them more wholly, holistically, not just like a certain aspect of them or certain part of them or their physical expression. You just kind of feel like you see the whole person. Okay, so what else? So how do you make them feel? You make them feel seen. You make them feel a sense of intimacy as well. Because you have the ability to see them and to perceive them holistically, this person feels a deeper sense of intimacy with you, emotionally especially. Because intimacy in itself has to do with seeing into another. So into me, see can be broken down, like intimacy can be broken down into me, see. So there is like this feeling of you seeing into them here. That's creating intimacy emotionally for this person. Okay, let's see what else. How do you make them feel? We have medicine guardian, be open to healing information. So with this energy, what I'm getting is open to what comes, but also feeling a little guarded. Let's see what else. So how do you make them feel? Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. So you make them feel loved and valued, but also guarded because they're afraid of like the medicine, let's say quote unquote, the medicine that you bring by this ability to see into them and create intimacy on an emotional level with them. You also make them feel like they have so many different gifts that they could work on or capitalize on. You can't just like let this person, allow this person to see the many gifts that they have in their environment or in their surroundings with the shapeshifter. I'm hearing also that you help them see the unseen aspects of themselves more clearly, or help them see the unseen in general. I'm also getting surrender here, allowing with the heart guardian. You make them feel loved, but I feel like, again, there's a sense of needing to protect oneself here as well, like needing to guard oneself, make sure that they're well. Like they need to kind of step back a bit on occasion, just protect themselves. That's what I'm feeling with this medicine guardian. There's just this feeling of I need to protect myself. I need to be a bit guarded, even though like this person is like welcoming your love with open arms, like they're not resisting you. And there's some guardedness here still, like with the medicine guardian here is just this feeling of being a bit wary, you know, a little bit suspicious. But you make them feel attentive, right? So with the medicine guardian, there's a feeling of I need to attend to this. And make them feel like whatever you're sharing with them or the information that you're giving them is important. So you make them feel like they need to pay attention, I guess. And you make them feel loved, like when you love and let yourself be loved, you make them feel adored, valued, loved. Yeah, like what I'm picking up here is like the energy of coming to some type of medical worker and being a bit on edge, like, holy crap, what are they going to tell me? You know, what is quote unquote wrong with me? Like being on edge about that. But then ending up like feeling loved and understood, but also like being given information that you didn't necessarily want to receive. You know, like that your ego maybe didn't want to hear. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here, you know? Like your ego didn't want to hear it, but it's good for you. That type of vibe is present here. And you also make them feel grateful, right? Grateful for you, for what you share, for what you give. But mainly, like, it's the information that you share. So verbally, what you share with this person, what you mentally share with them, it touches them deeply on an emotional level. Okay, let's see what else. I'm just hearing, I care about you immensely. And there's just this sense of feeling cozy with the heart guardian here, like feeling cozy, cared for, lovely, you know, just cozy, lovely, like cuddling into a blanket type of vibe is here. Just it's kind of cozy softness. That's how I make them feel. It's interesting because it's like coming hand in hand with this like guardness, like being a bit heavy, being a bit like kind of holding oneself, you know, being a bit hard here. It's like this hardness, which is just about expectation, being afraid of the information that's about to get shared. Yeah, let's see. What else? So how do you make them feel? I'm hearing discerning as well because of this. Because they feel like they need to pay attention. They're also very present, discerning. What else? How do you make them feel? Oh, we have the Hanged Man. Limbo. They're happy about it. Like this Hanged Man is a happy energy. Okay, so I'm just going to put it here. You make them feel suspended and unsure, but they're happy about it. It's just giving, like, you know, in Harry Potter, when Ron is giving a prophecy to Harry about something, like you're going to feel this and this and this and this energy, but you're going to be happy about it. You know, it's like that type of vibe. Like this person feels like they're being met with a different perspective. They're seeing things differently. They're suspended in the air and they're not sure where they're going, but they're happy about it and they're allowing it. That's how you make them feel. You make them feel like present, allowing. Interesting. Let's see what else. How do you make them feel? Oh, why do I have this card in here? Gosh, forgot to put it in the correct deck from the previous deck. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. How do you make them feel? I'm hearing just new opportunities because we had this in the deck. So new opportunities, hope, new, not new beginnings, but additional new unfoldings. That's how I make them feel. Let's see. So focus on the future. We have the Three of Cups. joyfulness, happiness, connection. We have the Two of Coins. We have the Five of Wands. Okay. Let's see what else. We have the Three of Coins. And we have the King of Wands. I don't know why I wanted to say it like that. We have the King of Wands. You could make them feel like a bit childlike as well. I feel like being, like, you know, I don't know, just a bit playful, cozy, childlike. It's this vibe of playfulness. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. It's like this, so it's not fully reversed. They're letting go of burdens is what I'm getting. So I'm hearing you help them see their burdens and where they can work on releasing them, or how they can work on releasing them. So with the Three of Cups, you make them feel joyful, lighthearted, playful. You make them feel a deeper bond, like a bond of sisterhood, friendship, brotherhood. You just make them feel lighthearted, comfortable, playful. Like there's just this joyfulness in sharing a moment together. You make them feel friendly, fun, emotionally easy to be around, even though like guarded. So your energy is friendly, fun, emotionally easy for them to be around. They feel joy in your presence, almost like their inner child kind of wakes up around you and feels joyful and fun, you know, like they can be a bit childlike around you, and it's all right. Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. With the Two of Coins though, what's interesting is you could make them feel juggled or pulled in two directions. You could make them feel like, I'm not sure how to handle these two things. Whoops. Yeah, there could be a bit of chaos present. So you could make them feel like, how do I handle these two things I have going on in my life? I want this, I have this, I want this, I have this. How do I make this come together? How do I decorate this in my life? You know, so you make them feel like they need to balance some responsibilities or emotions or decisions when it comes to your connection or their life in general. There are some burdens, you know, you could illuminate that for them. They could feel like they need to make decisions when it comes to you, or be more clear with themselves about what it is that they want, or what it is that they want about their life even, you know, just so they could feel like a bit of a push and pull, like how they balance things. I'm not sure how to balance things, like the kind of uncertainty about balancing two seemingly different things, making things come into harmony in their lives. So how they create a state of harmony in their life, that's the question. So with the Five of Wands here, you stir up some inner conflict. Your energy could activate some competition, desire in them, or a feeling of healthy challenges. You could make them feel like they need to prove themselves in like a healthy, challenging way as well. It's not like, you know, like they need to force themselves, but it's just like there's a healthy challenge when it comes to you. On occasion, this person could feel a bit jealous, unsure, or like they have to like put in effort, fight, quote unquote, for something, fight for this or for your attention. but you challenge them in a good way here, in a way that makes them pay attention to the things they need to pay attention to. So like whatever you challenge this person with, it is divinely guided. Group number 2, so I'm just telling you this, like whatever you challenge this person with, it is divinely guided by spirit. So don't second guess yourself too much about that. Just challenge them a little bit. They need it. They need it because they need to like get out the little box that they're in and see different aspects of themselves and be kind of like awakened to their gifts. So like they need this. Like they're going to be happy about the new perspectives with the Hanged Man here in this little limbo vibe. So whatever it is that you want to share with them, it's good for this person. Even if it creates some transformation in them, it's very, very good. So with the 3 of Coins energy, you feel to them, or you make them feel like you're someone they could build something with. Like you make them feel a sense of cooperation, teamwork, connection. A feeling of we see things in a similar way. A feeling of we are on the same page. And a feeling of like wanting to share their insights with you or things they discovered with you. There's a feeling here with the 3 of Coins, like of an astronomer or astrologist or whoever, like discovering certain things, like, you know, discovering certain things about the planets. They're sharing that with their buddies. It's kind of giving that type of vibe. And I feel like that's how you make them feel as well. Like, oh, I've discovered this and this and this. Let me share that with you. You know, like they want to share information, their insights, what they were researching, what they've discovered recently with you. They also feel like you respect them and you respect their opinion. You respect their perspective, basically. And they want to show you the best version of themselves. Also with the King of Wands, you know. There is a desire here to work together, to meet halfway, to build trust. Also with the King of Wands, you make them feel bold in their power. You make them feel passionate as well, especially like if this is more of a romantic connection or has those kind of elements. You make them feel heated, wink wink. You make them feel passionate, bold. You make them feel attracted. Yeah, like the energy is going like outside of them, but you also do make them feel attractive in a more gentle, nurturing way. But mainly this King of Wands is also about taking care of something or someone, or the things that the King of Wands is overlooking. So there's this feeling of protection. You make them feel protective. You make them feel like they need to guard. You make them even feel like sexual draw towards you if it resonates. Like a sexual desire. You make them feel motivated, excited. You could even make them feel turned on emotionally and or physically. Then we have the 10 of Wands, like in this kind of like reversed but not fully reversed energy. So there's this feeling like you make them feel like you make them become aware of the burdens they're carrying that they can put down, that they don't need to carry anymore. And they feel like they can put down a burden around you. So when life feels heavy or difficult to this person, you kind of feel like release or relief to them. Being around you or thinking about you can feel like relief. you can soothe them, or you help them see how they can soothe themselves. So with the 10 of Wands, like almost reversed, I feel like this person is trying to not overthink or carry stress about this connection. They want it to feel more natural and not complicated. That's what I'm feeling. So you make them feel joyful, uplifted, a bit guarded, but ultimately open to receiving and open to love. And you make them feel a lack of resistance. Like with this heart garden, there's this feeling of openness, like I'm open to you, I'm open to what you are saying to me. But also like there's some guardedness here in like receiving new information, just because they're like, whoa, I didn't anticipate this. They're a bit surprised or taken back. But yeah, there's just like this feeling of juggling emotions or choices. They are feeling boldly attracted and inspired, kind of emotionally relieved, less burdened. So you make them feel a strong blend of some chemistry, admiration, a desire to work on something, a desire to prove themselves, to work things out, to create balance and lightheartedness, joy in the relationship. And you make them feel like they're more, or I just feel like I want to say mucher. They're more much, sounding like Alice in Wonderland. You help this person see their muchness, basically. We're just going to go with Alice in Wonderland thing. So you help them see that they're muchier than they thought they were, and they have a lot of different other gifts that they can explore about themselves. So in doing that, you help them see their power. Yes, you help them see their power, and you make them feel confident as a result of that. You help them have a vision for life. Yes, and you help them feel inspired and supported in going after their vision and going after their power. That's kind of like very powerful, by the way, group number 2. Like you have a very powerful effect on this person and their growth and their like ability to trust themselves. So it's very cool, very interesting. Okay, so we're just going to finish it here. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energies, basically. Yeah, so we're just going to finish it off here. Thank you for tuning in, sharing your energy with me. If you guys do want to tune into some more 18 plus themes, topics, we have 18 plus themes on Patreon. So if you're wanting to tune into Patreon, uncensored, spicy readings, you can tune into those. The links are below. And if you want to book a personal reading, you can book a reading through Etsy or Coffee. Everything is linked below. So thank you so much for tuning in. Send you so much love and blessings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do the other things that YouTube suggests if you feel called. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day and hope you enjoyed this reading. Bye. Namaste. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So you guys have picked the Wise One card here. Grow within your current situation. In regards to your person, how do you make them feel? So, okay, immediately you make them feel wise, old as well. So there could be like an age difference between the two, but you could make this person feel old. There could be like a generational gap between the two of you as well. Just this feeling of the crone energy here. Wise one. Just feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm so old. So you could make them feel that, but also wise, you know, also seasoned by life, touched by life. Like they have wisdom to give to you. Yeah. You make them feel like they want to share their wisdom with you, basically, is what I'm feeling here. But you make them feel also like they can grow within their own current situation. They can expand their own current situation. I'm just hearing from Spirit that being around you and helping you find your wisdom is helping them find their wisdom as well. It's like it all comes back to them. You know, their wisdom comes back to them, their connection, their sharing. What they share with you with regards to their truth or what they're seeing comes back to them, ends up coming around to them, ends up meeting them. What else? You also make them feel intuitive or more intuitively engaged, more intuitively present is what I'm feeling, like more aligned to their own intuition. It's how you make them feel. What else? You make them feel like they want to give you things, like little trinkets even, you know, like I'm just getting like the sense of the crow, and there's like this feeling of wanting to bring you things, wanting to offer you things. You just make them feel like they want to offer you some wisdom of old age or wisdom, like elderly wisdom. So commitment, even reliability. Yeah. Like you make them feel like they need to be committed to their tasks and projects, but they also could want to share that energy with you, because I feel like this is like a mirror, you know, like what they offer you or what they feel like they can gift to you is also how you make them feel. So they, like, in giving something to you, they also recognize that within themselves, that quality or their gift or their action, or, you know, something physical. They just recognize that within themselves in being able to give to you that. And yeah, as I said, intuition, you make them feel intuitive. Knowledgeable even, but like worldly in this terms of this soul knowledge, worldly knowledge, you know. Okay, let's see what else. How do you make them feel? More connected to their emotions as well, like more present to you, to your emotions, almost like wanting to hold space for you, but in doing that, they're also holding space for themselves, you know. So there's like this interesting like cyclical energy in this connection. So let's see what else. Group number 3. How do you make them feel? Okay. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So you make them feel grounded, rooted, or the need to be more grounded and rooted within themselves. We have the Wolf, Winter, take care of your needs. So you make them feel like they need to take care of themselves, take care of their needs more. They need to rest and reflect on themselves as well. You make them feel like they need to spend more time in nature and just like feel supported. So you also make them feel protective of you in a way. Like there's a feeling of protection here. support and giving you like wisdom of how to handle life. That's how you make them feel. Like they want to give you wisdom, plus they want to give you feelings of support, protection, but in that's also how you make them feel about you, you know. So with the winter energy, you make them feel like they need to take care of themselves more. You make them feel like they need to prioritize themselves and their own needs. And there's an interesting energy here as well of it is okay to rely on others. So you make them feel like it's okay to rely more on other people. You do make them feel supported and wanting to support you. So yeah, you make them feel like they need to do everything they need to do to be at their best, to feel at their best as well. Like there's compassion here. There's a lot of compassion here. It make them feel very compassionate to you, to your situation. Like they see into you, you know, they feel you from the heart. But you also, again, like you make them feel like they need to spend more time in nature, like they maybe need to ground themselves more or just find their stable footing. And you also make them feel accepted, compassionate and accepted. Okay, let's see what else here. What else wants to show up? Group number 3. How do you make them feel? Okay, we have the 6 of Coins reversed. So like there's some type of energetic imbalance between the two of you. Like there could be, again, like there could be some type of old age here, like one of you being more old than the other, you know, like there's just this feeling of even just maybe the energetic exchange between the two of you not being equal. Let's see what else. Yeah, like the Ace of Cups reversed. Interesting. I'm hearing I can give you wisdom, but I can't give you the love. Or they feel like they cannot give you the love. You could make them feel some aspects of unrequited love here as well. For some of you, especially if it's like, you know, a romantic situation, they could feel like they cannot offer you the love that they want to give you. So that's interesting. Let's see what else. Group number 3. Okay, you have the 9 of Cups. So you make them feel fulfilled emotionally, like there's a wish fulfillment here, but they can't start it or they can't have it. You have the Page of Cups reversed. We can't begin something new emotionally here, but they want it. We have the Lovers reversed, yeah. And we have the 7 of Wands reversed. Just want to get one more, please, Spirit. Let's see. And just put it in the middle here. Okay, this one. The 7 of Cups. Okay. Okie doke. And it's not visible. So let me just move these up a bit. Still not visible. All right. I'm just going to zoom you guys out. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's good enough, right? Yeah. So there's just this imbalance, right? You make them feel like there's an imbalance present, and it has to do with the physical reality of your relationship. So this could be the imbalance in giving and receiving. They may feel like they can't give you as much as you give them, or vice versa. They could have worried that they've taken more than they should. So you make them aware of some unequal effort. Even emotional depth could be felt here, or vulnerability, even just like a difference between the two of you in the physical world. So there could be a status difference here. For some of you, there could be an age difference. It's just like with the wise one, I'm getting a sense of someone who's older. I know why. It could be, you know, that this is also a parent and they feel like they are in a different position to you. For example, or maybe you have a friend, this is a friend who's older than you and they feel like they have more wisdom, or there's just something like some type of imbalance present. Like one of you just has more, or has given more, has more wisdom, has more information about something. And there's just like this, yeah, like status difference here somehow. Or again, this person could just feel like they're in an emotional depth to you and need to give you something in the physical world to resolve that depth. With the Ace of Cups reversed, you make them feel like they want to open up, but something makes them shut down. Make them feel like you stir blocked or suppressed emotions within them as well. So this could be a fear of rejection, fear of disappointment, fear of emotional overflow, a fear of being too much. So you make them feel like they need to hold back their heart when it comes to you with the Ace of Cups reversed. But still, like, what's interesting is that there's a wish fulfillment here. You make them feel like this is a wish come true, yet like they cannot express what they feel internally to be true. You know, like you make them feel pleased with the Nine of Cups and comforted and loved and accepted and emotionally satisfied. When they are with you, they feel very, very good. But they could also feel like, you know, you stir up certain things in them, like certain desires, certain wishes that they feel like they cannot fulfill or act on. Or even you stir up some blocked or emotional or suppressed emotions. You're definitely someone they didn't expect but deeply desire. And like the Nine of Cups here is just like in this deep contrast here with the other, especially these 4, 5, yeah, all the other cards basically. Nine of Cups, like, yeah, this is wish fulfillment, this is it. But then we have all these kinds of reversals here and confusion. So it's like what, like it feels like you make them feel like they want you more than they allow themselves to show or allow themselves to believe. Like they just like you, they may want to be around you, and you make them feel like, oh, this is so lovely, but then they don't allow themselves to go after that. So with the Page of Cups reversed, you make them feel shy, on occasion even a bit insecure. Like for some of you, if you resonate as being more the wise one than your person, this person could feel emotionally immature compared to you. Oops, pardon me. They may struggle to express their feelings the right way or the way that they see as right. You could make them feel on occasion even foolish or vulnerable. And you also activate their softer emotions. but also their self-doubt as a result of that. So with the Lovers reversed, this person could feel a difficult choice around you. And this could be a fear that you don't feel the same as they do, fear of making the wrong move. They could feel around you hesitation about actual commitment, or they could feel a past heartbreak is shaping their behavior towards you. You bring up the idea of a strong connection that scares them, basically. Especially if it's a romantic connection, you know, like this person could feel scared by the strength of this connection. Or what they would need to change, or the choices they would need to do in order to align with the wish. So with the Seven of Wands reversed, you make them feel like they can't defend themselves even or keep their walls up. I'm just hearing you obliterate all my walls. I can't be walled up around you. So that could also like offer some insight into their vulnerability here. You make them feel like their usual defenses collapse around you and they may feel exposed, unprepared, or easily overwhelmed by their feelings for you. You could also make them feel like they are giving up the fight, quote unquote, of resistance to you, to this connection, or to the choice that they think they need to make. You could also feel like a bit disconnected from you on occasion here. I'm hearing it is a defense mechanism of theirs, because you just like plunge into them very deeply, you see them very deeply, you could stir these subconscious emotions, so they feel like they need to kind of disconnect or become more aloof to protect themselves. So with the Seven of Cups, you make them feel like you bring a sense of fantasy, but also confusion and longing and many different choices. They're like, what the heck do I even do with this? What the heck do I even choose? So you make them feel confusion, longing, choice overload. Like they don't know what they want anymore when it comes to you. Like what's interesting here, like in this reading, is just like we have this interesting dynamic, like very different perspectives, where at one point there's like this huge wisdom and this person's very wise, and then they're like super confused as well. So I feel like this could be the type of person, the type of dynamic where they're very wise about the problems of other people, or can see into the problems of other people, the difficulties of other people, and are very good at fixing that. But when it comes to their own situation, making choices in their own life, they are shit at that. There's like a big like gap here, or like a big extreme difference in terms of wisdom this person has, and you make them feel that, make them share that, then like this inability to deal with their own emotions, make their own choices here. So basically, they imagine possibilities with you with the Seven of Cups, maybe too many, and you make them feel like you know they can dream, they can play around with emotional what ifs. You're someone they think about in multiple ways as well. Like they think about you in multiple layers, in a layer of a romantic situation that resonates, but also in a layer of I want to offer you comfort and wisdom and guidance. That's 2 layers. Then we have this person thinking about you in this more dreamy, idealized layer, and like a bit of a tempting layer, but then also like a vulnerable layer where they're like, holy crap, you see too much. And then also like this feeling of imbalance layer. So there are a lot of layers here. And that makes it hard for them to settle on a clear path or just to see this connection clearly. So they kind of oscillate between these different kinds of layers when they talk to you. And then there's also this layer of overwhelm, which is the 7 of Wands reverse, where they're kind of feeling exposed, unprepared, easily overwhelmed by their own emotions or getting stirred up in the space with you. So basically, to sum this up, just want to say we have Gemini energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. Yeah. With the Earth energy, we do have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, if that resonates as well for any of you. But like you make them feel overwhelmed basically by the emotions they can't express. You make them feel like they can care for you and offer you support, offer you guidance, offer you wisdom of how to live your life or how to direct yourself. You make them feel old or older, or like there's an imbalance there in wisdom. You make them feel afraid of being vulnerable, unsure of how to do this right. They could even be confused about what choices to make in regards to you. They could feel emotionally exposed around you, even pulled between desire and fear. They could feel confusion or breach of trust even. For some of you, that resonates. Yet beneath all that, like, or on top of all that, you're also a wish, this kind of wish fulfillment, temptation, longing, if that resonates, especially if it's more romantic situation. Like you touch some, like even if it's not a romantic situation though, you touch something very fragile and deep in this person. Like you touch something unresolved inside of them. And just stirs them up a lot. And they feel you very strongly. They also just don't know how to handle it yet. And yeah, that's it. Like, I feel like this person though is like a very good advice giver, you know, but they're very bad at giving themselves advice or following their own advice. Because they're very wise about other people and other people's issues, but when it comes to their own stuff, they're just like crash and burn, you know. It's the vibe I'm getting from this person. And also, like, in some ways, we can all relate to that, right? Okay, so group number 3, this is where I'm going to finish this off for today. Thank you for tuning in, sharing your energy with me. And yeah, I'm sending you so much love and blessings. If you want to connect to a personal reading, you can connect to Etsy or Coffee. The links are below, or also to Patreon for 18+ themes and pick a card readings. So yeah, everything is linked down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and do the other YouTube things if you feel called to. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Bye. Namaste.